high blood pressure is a huge topic, right? But what if one of the most powerful solutions was already sitting in your kitchen? Today, we're jumping into a cardiologist guide on the top 5 foods that can help you manage your blood pressure naturally. So let's get right to it. Can something as simple as a banana or a clove of garlic actually make a real difference? Well, the answer is a big, resounding yes, and it all comes down to the science. We're going to explore exactly how certain nutrients in these foods can have a direct, measurable impact on our heart health. So here's our game plan. First, we'll quickly frame the pressure problem. Then we'll introduce our 5 kitchen heroes. After that, we'll get into a user manual on how they actually work. And finally, we'll put it all together to see the big picture. Okay, first things first. High blood pressure is super common, but the best way to think about it is as a signal from your body. It's not some unavoidable life sentence. It's more like a heads up that your body is asking for a change. Now, before we even list the foods, here's a crucial point. This isn't about some magic pill. The cardiologist is really clear that this is a whole picture approach. These foods are most effective when you pair them with other lifestyle changes, like just getting out for a 30-minute walk every day. It's all about consistent effort for a massive health payoff. All right, let's get to the main event. What are these incredible foods that can help your body get its blood pressure in check? It's time to meet our 5 kitchen heroes. You're probably looking at this list and thinking, yeah, I know these. We've got bananas, garlic, dark green veggies, fatty fish, and avocado. But we're about to break down exactly why each one is a powerhouse, according to the expert. So we've covered the what, but now it's time for the how. How do these foods actually work inside our bodies? And just as important, how should we prepare them so we get all the benefits? Let's dive into the details.
First up is the good old banana. I mean, it's simple, it's everywhere, and honestly, it's often overlooked. But when it comes to blood pressure, its effects are seriously impressive.
The magic here is all about potassium. The easiest way to think about it is like a relaxant for your entire circulatory system. It sends a message to the walls of your blood vessels telling them to just ease up. That lowers the pressure inside. Plus, it helps keep your heart muscle working smoothly. Okay, and this is a really important safety warning from the doctor. If you have chronic kidney disease or you're on dialysis, too much potassium can actually be dangerous. See, healthy kidneys are great at filtering out any excess, but if they can't, it builds up and can cause serious heart rhythm problems. So if you have kidney issues, this is one hero you need to steer clear of.
Next on the list is garlic. It's a powerhouse of flavor, for sure, but it's also packed with some serious medicinal properties that go way beyond just fighting off a cold. The key compound we're interested in is called allicin. This is the stuff that helps your blood vessels relax and become more flexible. But, and this is a big but, there's a trick to actually unlocking its power. You can't just throw it into a hot pan and expect to get the full benefit. So here's the user manual for garlic. Step 1, you've gotta crush it or chop it. That starts the chemical reaction. Step 2, let it sit for about 10 minutes. This gives the allicin time to fully form. And finally, because high heat totally destroys it, you should eat it raw, maybe mixed in a little honey, or stir it into some lukewarm water. All right, our third hero is the undisputed champion of the plant world, dark green vegetables. We're talking spinach, kale, broccoli, all those good leafy greens. This is where you can really see the link between food and medicine. These veggies are packed with natural nitrates. Your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide, a really powerful molecule that literally tells your blood vessels to widen up. It's the very same principle behind some emergency heart medications. So you're getting a natural, gentler version of that effect right from your salad. Let's talk about hero number 4, fatty deep-sea fish. Think of things like salmon, mackerel, or sardines. And the cardiologist is pretty specific here. He recommends eating the actual fish, not just popping a supplement. The power here comes from omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are amazing for keeping the inner lining of your blood vessels healthy and reducing inflammation. Think of it like this. They keep your blood vessels like a brand new flexible garden hose instead of an old, stiff, cracked one. That flexibility is key to keeping your pressure stable. And the effect is totally measurable. The doctor points out that if you consistently eat properly prepared fatty fish, you could see a 2 to 5 millimeters of mercury drop in your blood pressure. Now, that might not sound like a huge number, but over time, that's a really significant improvement. But how you cook it makes all the difference. The whole point is to preserve those amazing omega-3s. If you fry the fish, you're just adding unhealthy fats and causing inflammation, which is literally the exact opposite of what you want to do. So stick with grilling or steaming to get the full benefit. And that brings us to our fifth and final hero. It's a fruit that's become a huge star for its healthy fats and creamy texture, the avocado. Now, the avocado's superpower is a little different. Yeah, it's got some of that helpful potassium, but its main benefit is that it helps you feel full. It promotes what's called satiety, which makes it way easier to manage your weight. And since obesity is a major risk factor for high blood pressure, the avocado helps you tackle one of the root causes.
Okay, let's zoom out for a second. We've met our 5 food heroes, but it is absolutely vital to remember they don't work in a vacuum. These foods are amazing, but they're just one part of a bigger health strategy.
This is not an overnight fix. Patience and consistency are everything. The cardiologist suggests that if you stick with it, you might start to see some initial changes in about 2 weeks, with more noticeable results around the 4-week mark.
So the doctor's message is crystal clear. These foods are powerful tools to have in your toolbox, but they're not a magic cure. Real, lasting change happens when you combine this kind of diet with a regular exercise, good sleep, and healthy weight management. They all work together. So the real question is, what's the first small step you're going to take?